I'll save the best one for last, but the one that I want to jump into next is actually exactly what we're doing right here. We get asked a lot about alternative marketing strategies. So I just wanted to take a couple minutes, give you my insights on, let's say, our top 3 alternative marketing ideas. You have the big ones, the Facebook, the Google, the Google AdWords. You have, email campaigns. You have, social, there's the Instagram, everything like that. We're talking alternative. So the first one that I like to get into is has to do with the Google search. So anytime you search a keyword, such as Cincinnati landscape, companies in Cincinnati, or foundation repair companies, whatever it is, look at the results, because oftentimes you're going to find blogs and you're going to find directory-based websites that you can get on. On blogs, I'm talking like, top 10 web design companies in Cincinnati. There is an individual that wrote a blog about the top 10, web design companies in Cincinnati. More times than not, you can just, reach out to that person and they will get you added to the list. It's that simple. I've done it a number of times. If they're not, a pay per listing website or anything like that, usually it's just a simple email and maybe a quick phone call and they'll get you added. And the reason these are important is because people do look at these. I think in general, people in society don't want to take the time to read through 10 full web design, websites and make their own decision. They want to see, okay, give me the top, 10, and then I'll pick the top 3, and then I'll reach out to those guys. You do all the work for me, and I'll just spend the least amount of time and get the most bang for my buck by trusting your list. So, and those lists seem to rank decently well in search engines. So I talked about the blogs. Let's talk about the directory-based websites for a second. The biggest one that I hear a lot in Cincinnati, at least with a lot of our clients, is HomeAdvisor. That is a directory-based website. They do, have pages on their website for top 20 foundation repair companies in Cincinnati. And what you'll find once you actually open that page up is there are paid listings at the top, just like Google AdWords. Most people may not even realize it. I shouldn't say most, but a lot of people may not even realize it, but there are paid listings, and then you have just the general list of everybody else that's probably a free listing. But you do, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't looked at it in a while, but you pay per lead on that website too. So if people are filling out like a form on that website to get a quote from you, you then pay HomeAdvisor for that lead. Is it worth it? I don't know. The prices, I believe, even vary across industries, but it's an alternative strategy to get business, because people are going to check out that website, and that people are going to request quotes from there. It's a one-stop shop, for top whatever companies in Cincinnati. So that's always a good strategy. And again, just search your keywords, see what websites are popping up, and look and see which websites you are not on. And I think, if you can get on the top, let's say 10, obviously you're not going to get on a competitor's website, but any of those types of websites that you can get on, more power to you. That's just going to drive more business to your website and create more brand awareness for you. So I want to bring 3 ideas to you today. That was the first one. Second one, we will jump into, and I'll save the best one for last, but the one that I want to jump into next is actually exactly what we're doing right here. We are creating content for our clients, which are business owners. Anybody who needs a website, we're producing marketing videos on how to grow your business. We are appealing to the business owners because they are our clients. So in that sense, what I mean by that is provide value, provide content for your audience and your clients and any potential people that may bring business your way. Provide value to them. How do you do that? I don't know. I mean, you got to get a little bit creative, but let's say like one of our clients sells sewing machines. So let's take them, for example. What would be helpful to sewing men and women out there that sew for a hobby or even a living? Well, it's going to be training videos on how to use certain functions of sewing machines. It's going to be even like putting patterns online. I don't know a lot about sewing machines, but I know enough to be dangerous. But putting patterns online that they could download, that they could use on their machine, and it's providing how to sew certain products, or introductory videos to certain how to do quilts, how to do embroidery, how to do all those. I mean, you got to think, because a person may get into that with just a sewing machine. Maybe that's their introductory, but maybe they want to get into embroidery, but they don't know anything about it. Put some content out there, get them involved in that. And again, it's different for every industry, but if you can get creative and provide some meaningful content to them, I think more power to you, and it's going to do well. You're going to be viewed as the expert in your industry, and I think that's how you take a business to the next level. If you've done the Google, I always say the Google, if you've done the Google AdWords, if you've done Facebook, Instagram, you've done everything. Gosh, just got something in my mouth. It's time to jump into, providing some content, and maybe that means hiring a marketing person. I don't know, but I think to take the business to the next level, you have to be there. You have to provide that content and get people interested and keep them interested in your product or service. And let's take a completely different product, for example, landscape and even mowing and stuff like that. Providing, let's take landscape, for example, when to prune your roses, because I understand that you want to come out and do a lot of the work for these people, but you also have to understand the do-it-yourselfers are going to do it themselves. It's time that is the problem, and they will get to that point. Maybe they're do-it-yourselfer now, but maybe they get a promotion at work, they don't have the time anymore, but they learned everything from you. Guess who they're going to call? You. So if you're viewed as the expert in your industry, and obviously I only gave one example there for like pruning roses, but even, I know landscape companies oftentimes do snow removal in the winter, but even providing some information on, like, I don't know, if salt is bad for your driveway, or right now chemicals and everything needs to be organic. Maybe producing some content about how putting chemicals on certain on your lawn or on bushes or something like that affects your life. That's a hot topic right now. I think it would be a hit. And if you do offer organic products, perfect pitch right there. You could thank me later. No, but every industry, you've got to find the creative niche to get the content out there to your people. All right, so that's the second one. I talked a lot about that one there. Let's jump into the third one, which I'm super excited about, and that is voice. Voice is the next best thing in, I just think I'm actually, to be honest with you, shocked that voice is not further along by now. I want to personally hop in my car and say, hey, what's my commute today like? How long's can it take me to get to work? What's the weather like? What do I have on my calendar today? But we're not there yet. We're nowhere. I mean, we're getting there, but we're not to that point. But I think we should be, and I think that's where we're going. I just saw a Google video on their new assistant, on Google's new assistant. it can schedule appointments. Like if you say, hey, schedule me an appointment in between 10 and 2 with this person, they will actually get on the phone and schedule an appointment in between 10 and 2. So I think that's where we're going. And any way you can incorporate voice into your business, you need to jump on it. And it's going to be tough for some industries, but I also think, let's talk the Google search functionality right now. I think eventually you're going to be able to ask your Amazon Alexa or your Google Home, hey Alexa, what are the top 5 web design companies in Cincinnati? And she's going to read off 5, and you could say call WebTech, and it will just automatically call. I think that's where we're moving towards. And of course, like once you hop in a car too, if you are a local business, you better believe that you're going to be able to ask your car, where's the nearest, auto body shop? Where's the nearest nursery? Where's the nearest, pet store? Whatever it may be. I think we're going to be there within the next year. So look into it. That is definitely, if you're ahead of the technology curve there, I think it will do wonders for you. So that's it for now. I will be these ideas pop into my head all the time, and I want to get them to you. So this is my route to get them to you. They will keep coming, and stay tuned, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya.